What words am I going to say? Why, for someone who is watching me, why is this my 6th video? The next question would actually be like this. Why is it so short? I mean, look down at the time. This took less than 5 minutes. Why can't you be more like this? Why can't I show something and go off to something else? Anyways, what I came up with right now is I was looking at letters and numbers and shapes. There's so many of them, you know what I'm saying? And when I looked at one of them, I'm going to tell you what I saw, and it said 14. And I'm saying to myself, now what do I do with the 14? What does it mean? Okay, well, it means you got 2 dice. One is on the 1, one is on the 4. But what do we do with them? Well, the 14th letter is a design of the N. So what do we do? Well, I create the 4 square in the beta world. Okay, there's 2 numbers, 3 numbers. Once you have the beta world, once you have 2, okay, you have spirit, you have angel, you have man, and you got man's, the exterior of his body, his life, man's life, his brain, and his life. I mean, the spade is like the carry-on pack sack of man. He helps you out with all those good things, I think. Anyways, what we're going to get to right now is I'm going to show you how the energy, right, because the one spirit is an energy connect. If you don't put the switch up on the hydro, you may have the energy, there's no connect, okay? So the disconnect. So the way it works is like this. We made the 4 angle here. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it says the one spirit of the 4 angles. So I would put a dot right there, just like this doesn't look the same, right? I would put a dot right there, and this would say 3 creation, which is 3 across from 7. You see, because if I flip this book upside down, this corner, which is now 7, will become 3, and vice versa. In a square, the way a square becomes a rectangle, okay, and I'm not quite sure of the exact measurements, is because they take level 1, level 2, and level 3, and they overlap them. They're always overlapped like the Olympic rings. You know what I'm saying? And they can move, but they're overlapped on each other, okay? Now, there's more to the system than just that. You know, we have 9 planets, don't forget. God included everything in this whole thing. So when I talk, I got to be talking about things I don't even know yet. I have not even gone to the element board because I know I'm going to see numbers and words. I don't have to know about any of the stuff. I know I'm going to be able to create something without having any of the stuff. I want to know what 64 does in that world. Anyways, the one other thing I wanted to show you is the result of the one spirit of 4. Okay, here's the 4, and here's the one spirit. His angle goes to the 9. That's the way his angle goes, and then there's that angle right there. And this is the way the world is connected. Now, I'm not sure if the world is this way or if it's this way, but what we do know is the one spirit energy of the 4 angles. 14 equals N. Power of the dots equals the number, equals, if it equals in numbers, thus, one definition, 10. Why 10? 10 is perfect. 10 is the transmission of the electronics and the neutralization and passage of this world. 9 times 3 is 27, which is the beta God. 9 and 3 and 12, which is alpha and beta. Says the same thing in the same number, 2 different ways. We don't have to mention the total because we all know it comes back to 39 again. It's perfect. So anyways, we see that. And excuse me, I didn't finish. That line that goes here, okay, is this dice right here. This way, and this way, and this way. There you go. You got the whole dice done. So that's basically what I wanted to do. Oh, the other thing is, I usually shove lemons in my fridge inside this little canister for the nights that I really don't want to drink 10 gallons of real juice and just want to get a little bit of that citrus flavor. So my question was it lemonade? Now here's the next question. Bananas is not is yellow, but it's not a lemony yellow. I mean, lemon's up just a beautiful rind on it. You know what I'm saying? And lemonade, who? Le monde, tide, le monde. Lemonade in French would say monade, to help the world. Me, I help the world. So I said to myself, what else do I say? We have limes, right? Limes, liars, you know, something like that. I'm just throwing things around right now. We're done with this cassette in a minute. And the other thing I said, citrus. See, trust. See, trust. See, trust. Citibank, trust. City, trust, and banks. City, trust, and banks. Who are these people? I mean, it comes out of the word citrus, so something must be like soury about this. No, does it mean anything to anybody? The Citibank, trust banks, and trust or whatever it is. I don't know. That just seemed to come up in some of my work, and so let me go back and check a page. Maybe I'll let it go to 7 minutes. Oh yeah, I just wanted to show you one of the reasons we have curvatures around some letters and not around others is because of, like I showed you in a video before, this. I'm not sure exactly what these shapes partake, right? But if you notice that this one has to go here when this one goes down here and up here. Okay? That's a mistake. Do you understand what I'm saying? This should be higher and this should be higher because the wheels spin on both sides. It's like fold this over. You know what I'm saying? Fold this over. And there's usually another thing that comes right down the center here. Doesn't it look like 4 eyes now? Eh? When you put that down the center, the Christ energy, or is it this way? I don't know. I did too many videos tonight. I'm tired. I'm not doing no more. That's it. I had enough. But I have a message from a friend of mine who's well connected. Hey everybody, what's going on? It's been a long time. Hey, it's still the 17th of April. Cool, man. Cool. I tell you, you keep up with MrTacpans, you know you're going to look like a monkey one day. And if you reverse it, ooh, 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 ooh. Look at those ears. It's only me. It's only me. Hello? It's only me. Does me have a name? Who, me? Sure. Do you want to know my name? I hate telling people my name because I don't know. I don't know. Is this right? I really don't care about my name. Tell someone my name, it's like I feel so special after. Right away. I meet somebody, they want to know my name. Oh my God. I feel so special. Oh my God. And I'm really serious about that. You want to know my name? Somebody leaves me a like, and I'm like, okay, oh my God. Oh my God. I got a like today. I got a like today. Imagine how fast I would be going if I get more likes. Would I be going, yeah. What would be happening? Wait a second. Wait a second. I got an incoming call. Hello. Yeah, that lady's back. She's the one who keeps telling me she doesn't like me having these incoming calls while I'm doing my videos because it looks stupid. Just tell her it's all about your book. Right. It's only all about my book. It's my diary of my life and everything I think and write down because I think I should share certain things with most of the people of the world. Sure. Hey, Joe, you still got that baseball bat? Oh, you busted it, eh? You keeping out of trouble? Yeah. Speak to George lately? George Carlin. Yeah. Okay. Okay, ciao. Yeah, because you see, George Carlin passed away a couple years ago, but they got this place on YouTube. It says George Carlin's channel. So I figure if it's his channel, he must be alive. So I leave him some messages here and there, you know. And he never really sends me back a message unless he just tells Mr. Pesci to give me a call and see what's going on. Oh, he did tell me something. He said, don't fool around with your good stuff and mix it in with your bad stuff like you're doing right now. So we're going to end this cassette, Raphael 7286. This is the myth to free Zazareth. This is the world of MrTacpans, of Pegasus 7286 NGC. This is part of the return of the Sith, the last Star Wars movie. What I saw in that world and what I see in my numbers are identical. Identical. Except that was the end of the last world and the beginning of this world. When that world burned in fire, the same way it did in Star Wars. Now don't forget what I see and what... Why is my screen crooked? I got my glasses fixed, but everything's crooked. Oh, that's pretty weird. Anyways, that's how it all began. It all began that night. I heard a story. I heard a number, 7286. At the same time I heard that number, it told me I must remarry the heavens. Went home, typed that number in on the 13th line. It says I must remarry in the heavens. Talking about every vision I had that night freaked me out. Really freaked me out. I mean, if you go to my Facebook page, take a look at my picture, the small one, and you'll see there's a gray chimpanzee on my head with his nose, and he's covering my whole face. And then in a few of my cassettes out of the 950 that I have, you see me moving 1,000 miles an hour, but there's no sound coming out. Other cassettes, you can see before you start the cassette, if you take a look into the background in a dark lit room, you can see there's ghosts in the background, and they're not ghosts. It was just my covering to cover the space, but with the dark light, it turned out to be ghosts inside the video. It was very funny. Oh my God. Oh my God. Driving 55 kilometers an hour and less. Okay, because I knew I was totaled. It was about 9 o'clock in the morning, coming home from a friend's house. And the minute the cop pulled up behind me, I was like, because the only thing I had in my mind was Jesus, 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 Jesus. So I stopped by the church, and he pulls over and he says, "You're going 81. I'm going 81. And because I was in another world, and I didn't want him to know, so I was very nervous. But it's not illegal to be in another world. No, I did not smoke nothing that morning. Nothing. I was stopped 3 times for traffic things because of the world I'm in. I'm just sometimes, you know what, right now, it's not time to stick my nose and get my nose known anywhere. It's not time, okay? I'm on a mission through YouTube, okay, to do whatever I can of any knowledge I gain to continuously put it onto my page, MrTacpans, and I'm going to continue on to doing that because, especially when I'm stoned, I mean, it makes it so much more easy to be able to put two, it's enough. I think I said that enough, so we won't explain it anymore then, right? I guess you got my drift. I do my best. It is what it is. If it's fun, it's fun. That's what we always want it to be. We always really want to know what the truth is about everything. I mean, look at number F2. It has a quarter of a moon. Isn't that funny? F2 has a quarter of a moon. Oh my God, this is insane. I never saw this. 5 and 8. One is this way, one is this way. Do you know why? Because 4 is the first level of Delta Angel. 5 is the passage, the only way to connect, right? And when you have on the 8, you have the heaven. You don't need the 9 anymore because now you're the 6. Do you understand? The heaven is the current that brings the angel on. Okay, it's anyways, I don't have to explain that. So, and in between is the square. The 7, of course. God's a fucking square, of course. The beta world's on the angle. We all know that. The one spirit of 4. This is the one spirit of 4. Keeps telling me that God's... Oh, yes, right. The connecting worlds. Right. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're talking about shapes in one area, and then we're talking about connections. Not the same thing. It's never the same. You know why? Because if I write the number 1 plus 4 down, and then I take the number 1 and I put it on top of the 4, I'm going to see, here's 1, and here's 4, and this is what happens. That's what happens. Turns into 44. 1 on top of 4, right over here, turns into 44. Or L, 1, 1. Or I can turn it this way, and we have an F, or part of a jack, 11, or this is the flat part of the jack, and here's your jack, and obviously it's really supposed to look like this, like the dollar sign, you know what I'm saying? And then when you put the connection in between the dots, they look like that. That's our true dollar sign. So when you look at a deck of cards, at some of the picture cards, you're going to see that because it's the connection of the wheel. That's the way it works. That wheel connects with that wheel. 3 and 7, 1 and 9 connects. 2 and 8 connects. 4 and 6 connects. 2, 4, 6, 8 connect. 9 to 8 connects. 5 is in the middle of 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's a distance between that you actually don't count. Most people don't count. When you count from 1 to 10, you do not continue the word, one of the words, and you do not. There's always a space, okay? There's always a space. The space must be counted. It needs to know how much room we need to fit something between the space. You see, if it was a 1 was created to fit in between anything and everything. 1 splits everything. How does it do so? You have a knife. You cut your bread. 1 does everything, my friends. 1 splits the middle, making the 2 sides of the passage equal, is actually what 1 is supposed to do. Do you understand what I'm saying? 1 is supposed to cut the center, okay, of anything and be equal to all sides. 1 must be always fair. So that's how 1 works. And that's God, I told you. We are very lucky to have 99 ones in our life. Okay. We have 99 ones, and we have 12 ungiven, which are the 12 that I think belong to the spirit angel and not to man. Man, I think, works from 13, what is it, to 24. Oh my God, too many combinations, and I don't want to lose myself rather than lose you. I think 16 minutes is enough. I said we were going to stop at 3 minutes, but it didn't work this time. So I'm going to put this on the side. I'll put this on the side, and I'll give it a rest for tonight. Raphael 72, 86.